Pushya is the next nakshatra that we'll discuss, and it's fully in Cancer. Pushya is undeniably iconic. Doesn't really seek attention, but the power that they have is just undeniable. Pushya doesn't get a lot of hype or attention, really, but is one of the strongest nakshatras. Pushya is the eighth nakshatra, and it literally means to support, nurture, and sustain. It's the energy that keeps things lively, that keeps things alive. Again, fully in Cancer. And Cancer is ruled by the moon, but Pushya is ruled by Saturn. So the moon wants to nurture and be calm, but Saturn wants responsibility, discipline, routine. So people who have Pushya placement in their chart, they can typically support emotionally very deeply without falling apart themselves. Its deity is Brahaspati, which is the divine teacher. So this is Jupiter at its best, which means that even, and I mention the deity because even though this nakshatra is ruled by Saturn and there's a strictness and a restraint there, it also is very expansive and has a lot of wisdom because Jupiter energy is present as well. These people know really well how to hold things together. They know how to hold their family together. They know how to hold their businesses together. They know how to hold a team together. They know how to hold their shit together. These people aren't always very flamboyant. They're not very outgoing necessarily. They're usually the quietest ones in the room. But when push comes to shove, Pushya individuals usually are the ones that everyone wants to rely on. They just can count on them. There's that sense of responsibility. It's like that discipline. It's disciplined nourishment. So it's not chaotic. It's very intentional. It's very calculated and strategic. Because again, Saturn is consistency. So there's consistency in showing up every day. There's a structure to it. Individuals who have Pushya placements, they typically had to grow up quickly when they were young, meaning there was a sense of discipline, a sense of structure that if it wasn't instilled in them, they created that for themselves. So there is a sense of like long-term commitment and understanding duty and understanding responsibility. Like these people can be counted on. Being the support to everyone around you, being that nurturing, being the caretaker for everybody around you is challenging and it can feel very heavy. And these people become very unshakable. They're so secure in their own energy that they can be supportive to other people around them, again, without breaking themselves. And with Saturn's influence, they're going to build not just their character or business or relationships or whatever. They build everything on, there's a foundation there of what's going to last. They build correctly and they build to where it's going to expand. There's also an earned authority that comes with this nakshatra too. So they're not demanding of leadership at all, but it's usually because they prove themselves over and over in challenging times. These people having such emotional depth, their ability to be steady and consistent in situations is their superpower because that creates safety for everybody around them. There also are some downsides to this too, overgiving, overextending themselves, caring too much about people. And also there could be a sense of maybe they give so much to other people and expect that in return, or their level of being a partner or a friend is at, like they have this ideology of this is what it looks like to be a friend or to be a support, and then other people in their lives won't match up to their own example. But individuals who have Pushya placements need to learn is that you can be a support to others without it depleting you. You can be a support to people without feeling completely drained by them. Also accepting that not everybody has the same nurturing, caring, and empathetic nature that you have. And that freaking sucks sometimes to have to acknowledge that there are people in your life, there are people in this life who are givers and people who are takers. And people who have Pushya are normally people who are givers in this life. But just as we breathe in, we also equally exhale too. So you guys have to learn to receive as much as you're giving. And also to not be judgmental of people who just don't have the capacity to give you the same amount that you give them. And I think I need to say that you guys also don't have to feel like you have to earn love through being responsible for other people's. Another lesson that you might need to learn is that you can care for people. You can care about your job. You can care about systems. You can care about futures of other people through wisdom and with boundaries. Like you don't have to take everything on yourself. You don't have to fix other people's stuff. It's like that saying of you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Pushya is like a sacred usher, like a steward, someone who's like a close companion who's going to help guide you. But you guys have to learn that you can't force people to change who they are. And you can't feel responsible for other people's actions of what they do and don't do. I'm also really confident to say that individuals who have Pushya in your charts, you guys are very reliable. And I'm sure that the people around you really respect that and admire that and benefit from that. But you also need to know that you deserve that too in your relationships. You deserve people as well who are giving as much as they're receiving. And again, these are very broad themes. So to really get granular on if this is debilitating, if these behaviors are debilitating in someone's life, or they just let everyone take advantage of them, I would have to look at a chart as a whole. So again, just very generic themes. And that was Pushya. So thank you guys for being here. More to come.